Let me tell you something. I grew up in Florida, and Florida is absolutely crazy. All the rumors are true. It is absolutely nuts down there. I almost got kidnapped in 2nd grade walking home from the bus. These people in a gray van drove up next to me and started clucking at me like a chicken and tried to grab me and pull me into their van. When my dad saw, and he got all upset, obviously, he chased him down the street with a shovel. And then one time I was in 5th grade, right? And we were doing a tour of the middle school because we're about to go to 5th grade to 6th grade. 6th grade is middle school. And this kid come running out of the building, and he saw a group of 5th graders, and he showed us our pass, and he's like, I have detention. And then he ate the pass, and then he ran away, like off the property, and he just left. It was nuts. And then I had a trumpet instructor, and my mom knew something was wrong with him, right? But I used to go get like lessons from him at his house, and she used to always stay in the house because she knew something was wrong. Later, this guy got arrested for like being inappropriate with, little schoolgirls. And then, okay, there's a love triangle in my neighborhood, okay? And we lived in a nice neighborhood. There's a love triangle, and the new boyfriend went up to the old boyfriend's house, knocked on the door. He opened the door, and he just right there left him laying in the doorway. A jogger ran by and saw the door open. I went to go see if everything was okay, and found a deceased person laying in the doorway. And then we had a neighbor. His name was Bart. He was a super nice guy, genuinely a wonderful person. Okay, but he was crazy. He grew weed in his backyard. Back in the 90s, that was bad. And teenagers used to always go in his backyard and try and steal it. And he chased them off with a shovel. And he had a condition where his foot was really, really big. I don't know what kind of condition it was, but he couldn't wear shoes or socks. So he was always walking around barefoot. And one time our backyard flooded, and there was a water moccasin swimming in the water. He went knee-high in that water, no shoes on, and just killed the snake with a shovel. I remember the snake's tail flying up in the air. That man was absolutely nuts. And then one time my parents are having a bonfire in their backyard, and all of a sudden all these teenagers come running through the backyard, freaking out, screaming, and they're like, oh my God, what's going on? These teenagers were throwing logs on the highway. They were just chucking logs onto the highway. They caused an accident. And my parents had to be like witnesses. Like, yeah, we saw them running through our backyard. The craziest story ever is me and my aunt were at Universal Studios, and we're coming home from Universal Studios, and we get to my house, and there's police cars and sirens and lights, and it was scary. I'm like, what's going on? Right? Well, apparently my best friend, she lived right across the street from us, and her mom and her dad were getting separated, and the dad was apparently upset about it, and he came back over to the house late at night and just started breaking things. He broke down the door. He broke their fish tank. There was dead fish all over everything. He was punching holes in walls. He broke a couple windows, and then the kids came over to our house to seek some shelter, and then the dad got really mad that the kids were over at our house, so he was coming back over to get them, and he was so inebriated, he just kept running into an invisible wall into the middle of the highway. Like in the middle of the road, he just kept running into this invisible wall and couldn't get over to our house. Florida's crazy. It's a crazy time.